morning. Good morning. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a tacky Ariel Little Mermaid shirt, I'll let you in on a secret.
You want to hear a secret? Don't tell anyone.
I'm not supposed to be here right now. Not in like a suicidal way. But this weekend, I was gonna go on my first ever cruise, which did not happen because Texas decided it was time to thunderstorm on Thursday night. So flight got canceled. We tried to make it anywhere in the state of Florida and that did not happen. Yeah, we rescheduled the cruise for January, so now I finally have time to lose 600 pounds before going on that, which is a healthy way of thinking about it. Update! I feel like I just need to get back into this. If you didn't see my last video, my horse died. My horse is dead as fuck. I have not been handling my depression well. And that was the case before my horse even died, so you can imagine how good it is right now. So I've had some medication adjustments. I got a new doctor. She's like, you are ugly, you're fat, you're sad as fuck, we gotta fix this bitch. So I'm on like a handful of pills now. One thing I do regret to inform you, because I know a lot of you were looking forward to the last volume of me talking about Les Mis. Hey, I didn't vlog a single page of me reading this at the last 2 volumes, so I apologize for that. I'm proud to announce that as of yesterday, in a public Starbucks where I was crying publicly, I finished Les Miserables. I've been reading this since March, and it is the first day of September, so it was a labor of love. This is my 15th book of the year, which this is like the year that I have read the fewest books of all time, other than like when I was 12 and just on the computer all day. And on one hand, I really enjoyed reading this. It was great to see like a further expansion of a story that I'm so emotionally attached to. On the other hand, I'm fucking free of the shackles. I can finally move on. So I have already had in my head like the lineup I want to do of next books in the queue. So I actually do have like a side quest, which is my book club for work is tomorrow. It is Monday, Labor Day right now, so I have the day off. I've got bread baking in the oven. Long fucking story short, I don't think it's gonna be great. I don't know why you care about what I'm eating. I have an entire bin of, y'all ever seen yellow watermelon before? I bought one from Trader Joe's not realizing it was a fancy schmancy one, and I mean, it tastes the same, but I'm kind of freaked out by it. Yeah, I'm putting that away. Anyway, the book that we're reading for tomorrow's book club that was chosen by the entire group was Beach Read by Emily Henry. If you've been a fan of the channel, I have read this before. However, it also fits in nicely with my post-Les Mis plans because I've always wanted to reread this one and People Who Meet on Vacation, because I read them in like the post-COVID era where I had amnesia. And I don't remember a single thing from these, and I do want to continue with the rest of Emily Henry's backlist, or I guess current list, because I stopped after People You Meet on Vacation and everyone says that Book Lovers is her best book, and a bunch of her more recent books also sound great. So I started this last night and I already got 82 pages. By the way, do you like my bookmark? I found it in a library book and I decided to keep it, but it's like a cat, it's like metal and a cat tail on top, and he hangs off the top of your book and it's a cat. Sharpie, it's you! I'm sure everyone and their mother has read Beach Read, but if you don't know, Beach Read is a adult romance book. I was just talking with Bonnie about this last night. My thing with romances, I'm realizing after a long time of reading a bunch and not liking them, is it's very difficult for me to do a rom-com. The com in rom-com typically is just unbearable for me. Emily Henry, I feel like, does romance without the com. And there is some witty dialogue, more honestly than I remembered there being, because I'm a little bit cringing at it. But this and all of her books, I feel like, have roots of actual conflict. And I know that a lot of romance books also do, like, I'm not shitting on other romance books because I know a lot of those also have emotional journeys in them and yada yada yada. But I don't know, something about Emily Henry's just feels a little bit more elevated than typical romance, and I can't put my finger on why that is. But this one, to get back to the synopsis, is about the main character, January. We're dealing with that name. No offense if your name is January. She's like a hopeless romantic who romanticizes her life and thinks everything's beautiful, peachy, happy ever afters. And then her dad dies and they realize he had a whole other life with a whole other woman. So it uproots her world. She's not able to write anymore. She's a romance author and that just has ruined her vibes. So she's going broke now. And the only place that she has left to live is the lake house with his mistress that they have bequeathed to her after the dad dies, and she's like, I don't fucking want to be here. This is my dad's like sex dungeon. She only has one summer to finish a book and get that inspiration back. And her neighbor is her college rival who only writes like dark, broody, cold literary fiction, does not believe in happy ever afters, and it's about them challenging each other to write in each other's tone. I don't know how this is gonna be discussing it in a book club because I feel like it's gonna get so personal. Like, so do you feel like you're gonna find true love? For some reason, when I first read this, I did a lot of tabs on the first half and not so much on the second half, and I think that's because I didn't really like the second half as much, but we'll continue on and see. I'm on page 82 and I have until the end of the day to finish 300 pages, so I think it's very doable. I read this in one sitting last night. Maybe later on I'll tell you about the other book that I'm also reading. Spoiler alert, as soon as I finished Les Miserables, I needed to pick up some porn, so more to come. One thing I picked up from the farmer's market was a pear, which has seen better days. It's a little dingy. I already cut out a piece that was like really not good, but I've never just like eaten a pear. That's what she said. I've been just going to my farmer's market and wanting to try stuff that's in season, so I grabbed one of these guys. It just smells like an apple. And I know I like canned pears, so let's give her a go. It's soft. Oh my gosh. Get into pears, guys. That is so good. New fruit that I'll eat just dropped. Pears is the topic of the day. Go get you one. Before I go brush my teeth and get ready for the day, I finished breakfast. I want to see how this bread turned out. Well, good thing I mopped. When I googled if it was safe to cook bread that I had accidentally left rising for like 12 hours, it was like, yeah, it just might be not sandwich bread. So I did like the pokey holes in the top like it's focaccia. Let's see how it turned out in the middle. Can you even see what I'm doing? I think so. It's like hard. No wonder it said this might be good for croutons. I can't feel too bad because I didn't home make the dough. I bought it frozen. It's pretty good. Alright, well, hi. Sharpie is gonna be crawling around because I'm on the couch now. Favorite spot in the house. It's already 3:30, but now, I mean, I'm sitting here like, I don't have any time to read. I have like 7 hours to read. It's gonna take me like 4.5 hours to finish this book based on my mental math. I'm on the chapter where they're gonna start writing their books. Also, where are my sticky tabs? Oh my god. Your name's not Sticky Tabs. Oh, what a problem it is to have cats who want to cuddle.
The next day.
Yeah, I'm in the car. Yeah, broom broom. Honestly, last night was a whirlwind. I thought about picking up the camera 90,000 times and then I didn't. I know you're proud of me. Anyway, it is the next night. This is so choppy. I feel so bad. But basically, I just got home from the book club. What had happened was, let's go back in time. I woke up on the couch at approximately 9:30 and I went, I did not intend to sleep Hate that for me. Had not made dinner, had not fed the cats, had not gotten ready for work tomorrow. I almost said school. Hey, I'm 28. I knew at this point I wasn't going to be able to finish the book, and I was very disappointed in myself because I really wanted to finish it. I really like this book club and the gals that are there. I went and laid in bed and I was like, let me knock some more of this out. So I read for like an hour and then I was like, I absolutely cannot finish this book tonight. It would be stupid to stay up until 5 a.m. reading it. So I went to bed. I was like 60% of the way through the book and I just knew even if I took like a 3-hour lunch break and just hid in a room and read the rest of this, it would be brutal. So I broke my cardinal rule. I got the audiobook. I listened to this while at my desk, and by that I mean, I don't know how the people in my book club listen to audiobooks while they work, because I was literally just like clicking randomly on my computer because I could not, I was either focus on work or focus on the audiobook. It was not both. And then finally over my lunch break, I went and sat down and finished the last bit of this. Also, I think I've showed y'all, but do you like my bookmark? It was cute. It's on the floorboard of my car now. I was just really eager to look at my review of this back when I first read it, which I didn't realize was like the month it came out. I read this 5 years ago. It's weird to compare how I felt then with how I feel now. The reason I'm rereading these and I didn't just go into this blindly, number one, because rereading this was like reading a brand new book for the first time. I absolutely remembered nothing. The only thing I remembered from this is that the guy is blasting Everybody Hurts by REM, and I thought that was so funny. But the second thing that I was like, huh, that's interesting about my old review, I gave it 4.5 stars, rounded it up to 5. A little bit generous. And I was really hyper focused on, I hated their names. It was Gus and January, which is still true, but wasn't as distracting this time. But when I first read it, I was like, the dialogue is so good. I just thought this would be a light, cute, fun beach read, and it was actually really intense. So I went in with opposite expectations this time of knowing it had some depth to it, but it's probably a bit dated from when it first came out, and that was true. I had to read the words new phone who dis. I settled on a 4-star. I still liked it. Like, I think the depth of Emily Henry books is very nice, and it's like a switch up from the rest of the genre where it's just like characters beefing with each other. I like that there's a lot about grief in this and that it's not all happily ever afters, it's happily for nows. And you don't have to choose between women's fiction and literary fiction. Like, they both have their value and you can be a little bit of both. But Gus was so fucking annoying at some times in this. And it's interesting because the book club I just came from also talked about January being annoying, but because I identify with her being a people pleaser and wanting to bring like sunshine and glitter to the world, even at the own expense of like you burning yourself out to be someone else's glimmering shining star in the sky. By the way, this main character is so mirror ball coded. I could forgive her for all of that. So I was more mad at the guy for not being upfront with her. And it's not like I wish he was different. It's just, this is not the kind of book for me. Because I would rather read a book where they are so open and communicative and honest, even though it is unrealistic to expect that of men. Like, I'm reading fiction because I want someone to fictionally make a man who will actually talk about his feelings. So there were certain points in this where he was just so reserved and not forthcoming with his feelings, which is valid for his backstory. But then he would literally say things like, well, if you wanted to know, you could have just asked me. Oh! And like classic gaslighting, like weaponized incompetence shit. Like, he'd go, do you still want to go to this thing with me? And she's like, I don't know, should I come? And he's like, I don't know, do whatever you want to do. Like, he obviously he would want her there, but he's going, I don't know, whatever you want to do, it's fine. So yeah, this book is like, it was frustrating because of the male main character. Also very quickly wrapped up. Also a lot of subplots that I'm like, huh? Now that we are done with that though, I get to return to my guilty pleasure read, which I showed everyone at this book club and they were like, okay girl. I thought we were creating a safe circle of recommendations because someone held up a book about a basilisk and someone was reading a Chuck Tingle book. I was like, oh, we're all buddies here. I held up this. Jaws dropped. Oh, sorry. I'm the harlot. I'm the slut. This is Priest by Sierra Simone. I started this on a sick day that I took as a mental health day, intending to get up and clean my apartment and get my life together on my day off because I just felt so behind in life. Yeah, I spent a lot of the day in bed reading this, which I can't say cured me of my mental ailments, but in like one day I got 300 pages into this, which is 83%. I'm pretty sure for the last couple of chapters I was kind of skimming it because we're at a second act breakup and I was kind of over it. Oh, maybe I liked it when the light was on. Oh, never mind. Synopsis. This is about a small town, like Missourian preacher. Get this. His name's Tyler. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? You couldn't have named it name it the Pope. You can't give me a hot priest and name him Tyler. That's crazy behavior. But anyway, he's a father, minister dude at a Catholic church in like the middle of nowhere, and this lady comes in for confession and is like, I've been a bad girl. And he's like, damn, what if I broke my celibacy and we fucked on the altar? Trying to remember how I feel about this. It's okay. I'm not super religious anymore, but I do like books that talk about religion, especially in the intersection of religion and like premarital sex and just relationships, and like the taboo-ness of him being a priest is interesting. I will say this feels more like a trope than a story. Like I said, the third act conflict, the jealous ex, it's all a little bit weird. And this main character kind of came out of nowhere. Like, it's kind of implausible that she would just stop in a church and then keep coming back. I don't know, it just feels a little bit manufactured. I'm super close to the end. I'm sure I have like an hour left. I like this struggle right now he's having though of, do I leave the church and everything I've ever loved to be with this woman? And his reason for being in the church is actually really, really nice. It's like some shit went down in his family with some priests who were terrible, so he was kind of like flipping those expectations on their head. I don't know if I'm gonna read that tonight or a little bit later on, or what even the deal is with my reading, because I thought as soon as I finished Les Mis I would read all of the Hunger Games, but book club put a whole wrench in that, so. Oh my god, it's been way too long since I've vlogged in bed at this angle. We are so back. Hey girls. It feels so good to say that I finished a book. It's been like 5 months. I just finished my book. Honestly, it was kind of tea. I thought it was gonna be boring because it's like third act breakup at the end of the book, but he actually like goes off on his own like personal journey. That was interesting and I liked it. And at the end, the resolution, thumbs up. Even though a little bit, I wish that there was a better struggle and conflict around the whole concept of like leaving the church versus staying with the woman. I feel like it was too clear cut. I don't know, it was very black and white, and I was hoping for a little bit of nuance, which I guess in Catholicism you can't just be like, you can be a priest but still have a little bit of fucking, like it is a little bit all or nothing. I don't know, I feel like books like Autobiography by Christina Lauren I loved because the final resolution was you can have both, but I guess in a situation like this it's like, okay, you're literally breaking your priest vows or whatever they're called in order to be with someone, so I guess you kind of have to, not to spoil it, but I mean, I think it was fine. I liked it. The dude was a hella dirty talker. By the way, it was weird that he was like a virgin priest loser, but also was so filthy. I don't know that I really believed that he would want to be a priest. It's more of like the priest lifestyle didn't fit him, not the porn lifestyle didn't fit a priest. I don't know if that makes sense. I thought the characters were fine. Am I gonna read the sequel? Absolutely not. It's about his older brother Sean, but it's about him who's not involved in religion, but he's gonna be with a girl who's going into nun school and it's like about to be a nun. Girl, I'm having none of that, so I'm moving on. 3 stars. Not good, not terrible. It was fine. I mean, if you have like a Fleabag kink, or I haven't seen that show yet, but I'm assuming a lot of people went from that to this, I'm sure it will scratch the itch, but it's not generation defining literature. I have the momentum of this already going. I'm gonna focus first on my Emily Henry read through. This one I have already read, so this is a reread, and I never reread books. This is crazy for me. Are you serious? And just based on how I read Beach Read, as if it was the first time I'm reading this, that one I remembered like bits and pieces of. This I could not fucking tell you a thing, and I even have things tabbed in this. I just know that I've almost gotten rid of this in the past because I didn't love it. Holy shit, this girl's name is Poppy, and Poppy is the same name as the girl in Priest. Can we just, every book with a girl named Poppy in it, that's the title of this reading vlog. I only read books about women named Poppy. This one I know is Friends to Lovers, and ooh, one reason why I'm eager to reread this is because it took took me so long to read it the first time. I think it fell victim to I didn't let myself appreciate it because I read it so disjointed, but also I have heard it's really not that good. So maybe me putting in the effort a second time really won't be worth it because I won't think it's any better, because I think I gave this like 3 stars on my original read and I'm not confident that that's going to go anywhere on the second time around. I'll pop back on with this with a synopsis once I get deep enough into this, but I'm hoping like beach read I can read it in like 2 sittings. It's 10:05, which means I need to take my medicine, but I already did, so prologue. 5 summers ago. On vacation, you can be anyone you want. We'll see how far I get, if I can give you a better synopsis by the end of the night. If not, talk to you tomorrow. I just found this camera laying in my bed, so I was like, hey, when in Rome, even though I don't have much to update on. Bonnie and I just read like a chapter-ish of our nonfiction book we're reading together, Sex and History. It's been on the currently reading shelf for about 9 years now. We're smooth sailing. We got from the Islam chapter to Europe in the Middle Ages. We're slowly making our way forward. Anyway, last night I got 36 pages into my book and I still feel like it's so early on I don't want to give a synopsis until I know better. I kind of remember this one and I'm kind of remembering why I didn't like it, because it's a then and now, and also like something happens to their relationship or friendship that causes them to split apart, so it's like jumps back and forth between them years ago and them now making up, and then it all accumulates to what the event was that split them apart. Do I remember what it was? No. And this one's a lot more slow going already than Beach Read was. Like I'm finding myself being like, okay, focus girl, because it's just so much more drawn out. I just wanted to say hi. I'm trying to do like at least a clip a day so I don't just go off and not finish this vlog as I have been doing. So me and Rosie are here in the dark. Hi Rosie. Okay, that's all. I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm probably gonna fall asleep. Hey y'all, it's Friday. I have been reading super sporadically. I've tried to film like a clip each day from this week, but a lot of it has been spent not doing well. Trying not to make these into depression vlogs, but last night and over the past couple days I've been making my way through. I'm on page 130. Every single night I try to read this before bed. I end up reading for like an hour more than I thought I would because I'm really getting sucked into it. So I want to read this as much as possible because I know once I sit down I'm gonna get sucked into it. But I'm also going to be traveling this weekend. I decided last minute I'm going to go down to Houston and visit John Paul and Tylee. So I have a couple of like public transport moments for me to knock this out. We'll see if I can actually focus if I'm reading in public. And then I still need to give you an updated synopsis. I don't know at what point I'll do that.
That's cute. That right there.
It's delicious.
Bottoms up and the devil laughs. That's yummy.
Who's that?
Hola chicas. Hey chica, what doing? Okay. Oh my god. Well, just like that, we're home from Houston. He agrees. He's happy. I did have a panic attack because rest in peace to the bird who hit our plane that was coming in from DFW to bring us back. Hour-long delay over a bird. I was like, please don't cancel my flight. I have to go to work tomorrow. Corporate America needs me. But we made it. It was fine. And this little goober got a chicken strip from Cane's. Huh. Yummy. Anyway, I have a quick book update and a quick little haul. I'm dying to open this and I finally went and got it from my mailbox. Gordon Ramsay panini head, come here. This is your chair, not this. Be a good boy. I found this on Etsy and it was a, as Taylor Swift said in her unreleased song, it wasn't a want, it was a need. Oh my god! She did like a handwritten note, Whitney. I enjoyed making this for you. I didn't realize these are made to order. That's so cute. And 15% off my next order. I am now on 4 daily medications. The Patreon girlies know because I have been doing like lengthy health updates there, but I'm now on 2 antidepressants because a big bitch needs some big serotonin. So my biggest problem is I go to work in the morning and then I sit there at my desk and I'm like, oh, I forgot to take those. So I need to keep half my medicine home and half my medicine at work. My solution for bringing my medicine to work is I found a girl on Etsy who does pill containers, cases, whatever. And I wanted a cute, funny one. And this is so good. It's a bedazzled pill case that says, no one likes a mad woman. It is so cute. So this just has like a million little places for me to put pills. I love this. And it's magnetic. That's super nice. For anyone missing the joke, it's a Taylor Swift song. Anyway, this is your reminder to take your medicine if you haven't today. I still need to take my night meds, so good reminder for me. But before I do that, quick reading update because we have a lot to catch up on. I am not someone who's able to read well in public because I get so distracted, but I read so much of this book while I was in the airport and on my flight and on the train home, but I think I still owe you like a fucking synopsis of this, so let me go back and do that. So this book follows Poppy and Alex. They have been best friends since college. They're from the same hometown, and Alex is very quiet and reserved, and he wants to stay in his hometown and marry a nice little girl, but Poppy is like crazy and hates her hometown, wants to explore the world. Travel is her favorite thing ever. And they become really, really good friends. They take a summer trip every year, but then 2 years ago in Croatia, something happened. But then the current chapters are the main character Poppy is working for a travel magazine, and she's like, let me go take a trip with my man again. Like, let me reach out to him and let's do it. And so they're having their first trip together this summer. First of all, Poppy lies to him that it's for her work when really she just told her manager she wanted a couple weeks off, and so she's paying for it out of her own pocket, but he thinks it's for the magazine. So I hate that she lied to him, and that might be a spoiler, but fuck it. I'm so frustrated. But the other thing I'm not really getting about this is you are being kept in the dark about what happened in Croatia that like ruined their friendship where they didn't talk for 2 years. And I'm not buying it that they just started texting out of the blue and they were like, hey, do you want to go fuck around in Palm Springs together? After having not talked for 2 years. Just the plot of this, I think, is so implausible and I'm not loving, and I think that's also why I didn't love it the first time I read it. So immediately when I read this one, I was like, oh, I remember that. Yeah, that's annoying. So even though the writing is really good, I'm still marking a bunch of the quotes that I like, and I do like little pieces of each of the characters. It's so clearly obvious that these two people have a crush on each other, and I do like friends to lovers, but I need like, I guess I don't like best friends to lovers because then that just feels like duh. But Poppy has like no other friends except an influencer friend in New York, so I'm like, okay, it's not even like friends to lover, it's like person you know, like only person you talk to love her. I don't know. If you read it, the characters have reasons why they do stuff, so everything I just said I don't like about it is probably explainable and has purpose behind why it is that way, such as like she just wants this vacation to be like the old times, and you know, she's secretly in love with him but he doesn't know that, and so she's too much for him and she knows it could never work out, so she never brings it up. There's so many like little things in here where I'm like, okay girl, I get you, but overall it's just not my kind of story. So I think I'm gonna finish this tonight. I just caught myself watching stupid YouTube videos on loop. Should we go through my YouTube watch history, because this is gonna be real embarrassing and humbling for me. So I just finished a 45-minute video called Kids Discover Their Dad's Horrifying Secret. Dad Killed Their Mom. A girl who runs a bakery for 10 minutes. A woman in Mexico cooking for 7 minutes. Don't speak a word of Spanish. Watched a lot of horse rescue videos while I was on the toilet after I got home from work. So yeah, it's been a very eventful afternoon. So I decided no more binge watching crime and horse documentaries. We're going to finish The People You Meet on Vacation. Because, spoiler alert, at one of the indie bookstores in Houston, I bought Happy Place, which I know won't come for a bit longer because I gotta read Book Lovers. I feel like everyone says it's the best one. So if I don't like that one, I think it might inform that Emily Henry might not be for me. Okay, because I do also think this one is more cheesy than Beach Read was, and I think it's because the main character's type is like crazy, outgoing, fun, and the guy is very subdued. It should be relatable to me, but for some reason she just annoys me, so it's not really working. Can I help you, mister? Okay, well, Gordo needs attention, clearly. I need to put my medicine in my Mad Woman medicine case, and then I'm gonna go read my book. Okay, bye! I don't know why Gordo hears me setting up a tripod and decides it's time to ruin a shot, but hi. What? It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm reeling because I have an all-day meeting tomorrow with one of our partners at work, and I really don't want to go to work tomorrow, but rather than sit in dread and doom scroll, I finished the book. So I will say, the second half, or like the end of it, kind of made some points. I think it drove home the message a lot better than the first half was trying to, because the entire first half of this is so meandering and so much miscommunication. By the end, it really tightens up, like, here's how the characters are really feeling. So it's a lot more bearable to read if you don't like the miscommunication trope. And also the thing I think that's interesting about this book is that the main character is the one who's flawed and has to figure her shit out, and she's not waiting on the other person to figure their shit out and him compining to her. This had a lot of relatable quotes in it, even if I didn't really think that either character was super relatable. Honestly, I think that I rated this a 3 or a 3.5 star the first time I read it, but I'm a little bit more appreciative of it this time around just because I'm like, okay, that ending redeemed it a little bit. Will I forget everything that just happened in the next 5 to 7 business days? Yeah, so I think I might stay on a 3.5 star. I know for a fact that I read this much faster than I read it back in the day, 3 or 4 years ago, and that might have helped me enjoy it better, because I do remember it was a struggle the first time I read this, and it was not a struggle this time. But the great news about that being done is, it is now time for the main event.